Yeah, can we start tech support?
Yes, sir. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go live, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us, both from India and abroad. Today, we are on the fourth season of the AI Hackathon, ICI AI Hackathon, and today is the preliminary round, episode 6. And on behalf of AI and ICI of the ICAI, it gives us immense pleasure to welcome all of you to this episode 6. The Hackathon series has become a symbol of ICI's commitment to innovation, technology, and transformation. What started as an experiment to explore the role of AI in the accounting ecosystem has now evolved into a nationwide and even global movement, with various panelists coming from even abroad, which is engaging professionals, students, researchers, members from across geographies. The initiative is being conducted under the visionary leadership of C. Charanjot Singh Nanda, President, T.A. Prasanna Kumar D, Vice President, and under the dynamic guidance of C. Umesh Sharma, Chairman, and C. Dayanivas Sharma Ji, Vice Chairman, AI and ICI. The event truly embodies the ICI theme of Vishwasniya for this year: trust, integrity, and innovation. AI is no longer a buzzword. It's reshaping how CAs analyze data, derive insights, and serve clients with greater precision. Through this hackathon, ICI is preparing its members to become AI-enabled professionals, innovators who combine domain expertise with digital intelligence. Today's episode features some of the most promising panelists from across India who will present real-world situations addressing challenges in finance, audit, tax, governance, and various other domains of our profession. We are honored to have two respected jury members today, C. Atul Gupta ji, who is an eminent faculty of AI and ICI, and C. Rahul Batra ji, who has been our hackathon semi-finalist last season, and is also a special invitee for AI and ICI. They have been instrumental in guiding and evaluating for this particular episode. To all the participants, congratulations for reaching this stage. You represent the spirit of curiosity, courage, and creativity. Best wishes to all of you for today's episode. To all the audience, please remember to vote for your favorite panelists. Remember that the voting lines are now open and will remain open till the end of the episode, and maybe 5 minutes after the last panelist speaks. You have to vote for all the panelists to register your vote. And the voting pattern is from 1 to 5. 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest. I repeat, 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest. And you have to vote for all the contestants in order to submit your vote. Today we have 8 panelists who will be submitting the use cases in front of you. And you may vote accordingly, whosoever's use case you find useful and deserve to move on to the next round, that is the semi-finals. So let us celebrate today's episode, ideas, innovation, and the power of collaboration. Let the codes, the use cases, and the creativity begin. I hand over the controls now to our eminent jury, C. Atul Gupta ji and C. Rahul Batra ji, to take the session forward. Over to you, sir.
So, good afternoon to all, and good afternoon to my co-jury Rahul. So, welcome all panelists, and I think let us start. So, I think the schedule has been given. So, we'll start with Nikhil. Rishi, you are managing the timeline?
Yes, sir, we are managing it.
Okay, so let us start. So, Nikhil.
Yes, thank you. Yes, hello everyone. Myself Nikhil Shajani. I have qualified in May 25 attempt. Good afternoon to all the esteemed panelists, jury members, and the audience. So I would like to live present or demonstrate of an AI tool which is free to use. And the story behind this, I would say that it began in the articleship days. I used to struggle in the initial day. What sort of things we need to do, how the practical things are need to be done. And I joined in the articleship days was a busy season. So in the office we sort of go to different type of people, please help me, you can help me on this or not. But in the busy season you don't get that full command. So in the today's world I found that why not we have a solution for that. And so I'm presenting before you the same solution. So first let us get the discussion on the challenges. In my solution is specific to the audit, but it can be used in different departments also, in tax, in your accounting, in finance, in valuation, everything. But today I'm presenting on the specific to audit. In the audit, many a times we face the challenges related to inconsistency across how the documentation is done. In articleship days, it used to be said that the thing not documented is not done. Whenever article sees, but he forgets to document the thing, there should be a checklist on all the things. There could be a knowledge sharing between the senior and junior, it could be weak. And in the busy season, you cannot every time go and see. So here we have in today's time a solution, that is the notebook LM. So it's an platform developed by the Google. It's free to use. You can just Google it out, notebook LM, and you can create your own sort of buddy who can help you out. So in this platform, we can see that we this is the interface of the platform. I have added the few of the sources related to audit, and it's very easy to use. I can show you. If you click add, you can add different kind of sources. If you have the Google Drive, the data of your internal files can be added here. You can add from the websites, you can add from YouTube, or also you can paste some customized procedures related to your firm, or different kind of sources. So you can add here up to 50 different kind of sources. It could be PDF, it could be Word file, it could be any website link, it could be your internal documents which you can add. And the best part of this notebook LM is that you get control like a buddy. This is the whole summary of your sources. It has been added. Same like a chat GPT, you can ask different types of questions. So in this, I have added the sources from the public domain to keep the transparency
Nikhil,
and easy to use. You can see.
Nikhil,
So this is the ICI resource on
Nikhil ji.
different type of standards of auditing, SQCs. I have just copied the link. I just click add, and in the link I have just paste the source. You can see the
Nikhil ji,
different kind of sources from the ICA. Many a times we need the working
Nikhil,
papers. We
yeah,
need to
Nikhil, we are
develop it.
finding there
But
are a lot of trouble
yes,
in with your audit. This audio that you are sharing, audio is not very clear.
Nikhil ji, you
is there
can switch
any
off your
issue?
video so that your audio
Yes,
comes
sir.
properly to us.
Yes, sir.
I guess there is some network issue.
Okay. Okay now, audio. I have
You
turned
speak,
off
we'll
the
tell you.
TV.
You speak, we'll tell you.
Okay, okay. Yes. So yes, I was on the platform. So it's just like a chat GPT, but with the trusted sources which you have added over the platform. So you can just discuss different types of question. It's a buddy, you can go, you can rely on that. Moreover, it has the few of the one of the greatest functionalities. We can get audio podcast just by clicking here. We can get the audio podcast ready on your sources. So you can see, I just click here and the audio is being generated, and I can just play. So yes, on these sources, it has developed me a podcast of 18 minutes. any new joinee in the firm, it can hear the podcast, understand the concepts, and just get through it. Next functionality of this website is the mind map. So as you click, you can get the sources being ready. So this was our one first source. In that, different kind of standards on auditing were there. From that, if I click on suppose audit documentation, what is the need of audit documentation? So you can see a mind map is been ready. What is the purpose? What is the content? What is the form? What is the key documentation requirements which are mandatory? So you can just click on purpose. You get more understanding what are the purpose of an auditor. So this functionality can be within the clicks you can develop, and it's easy to develop. Next is a flashcard you can develop based on your sources. So I just click on the flashcard, it just get generate, and you can see the flashcards. What are the two overall objectives of an auditor when conducting an audit? And you can just recall it, and you can just check your answers. So this also develops a good understanding, recall power to every new joinee in the firm. It could drastically change the game. There is also quiz, there are also reports you can, based on your sources you generate. You can also get video explanations with the help of the AI. And this is the basic functionality of this. So with this, what you can achieve, you can achieve faster knowledge access. Once a firm has developed a notebook of all the sources it can use, you can get the grounded response and audit it. For every response we get, there is a link, means you can refer the original documentation also. Suppose here if I ask essay 230 related thing, and if I click here, you can get on which source what lines are mentioned, you can refer that. Next, we can get the consistency over the firm in all the documentation. It also helps in training and onboarding the new joinees. Multimedia and flexible inputs. As I have shown, we can add different kinds of sources, being it a video, PDF. There is no limitation. You can add any up to 50 sources different you can add. Next is collaboration and sharing. So you can share your one notebook if you have developed. You can share with within your firm who can further get guide. And last is discovery and external sources. It also offers a new and a very good functionality, discovery. So if you are unable to find the sources, you can just give here your topic name, and it will find for you the latest sources from the websites. And based on that, you can further do your research work, being it everything. As it is an AI comes with an limitations, and we need to keep in mind what limitation this has. So the only thing, the limitation of this is to use the uploaded documents. If your sources are not very reputed or not authentic, then it could create inaccurate responses in your response output. And this is not only limited to audit. You can make customize for your GST, for your NDS accounting, being it not only CA firms. If fellow chartered accountants are working in a company, it can also help there in consulting, in marketing, and n number of uses this tool has. So yes, I keep the floor open for the Q&A if anyone has any further updates. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to present use case. Thank you.
Okay, Nikhil. So the first question that I wish to ask is the tool that you have demonstrated, who is going to be the best user of the tool? Who is going to use it? Is what is
So there are three persons who can best use. In our CA profession, the new joinees can use it. Second could be the higher level in our finance profession. As we know that many new updates are coming. Recently, GST being updated. So if you update the government circular on the portal, you can get n number of things to understand. You can get mind map. What are the changes? What are not the changes? So second, the partners at the higher level, and third, the CEOs and CXO levels. They could tailor the tool basically with the perspective of latest schemes the government is giving incentives. What are the incentives to get develop and easy to use?
And Nikhil, what shall be the deliverable from this tool that you have shared? Means what, uh, in terms of the user, you have defined the user. What output shall this tool generate, and what purpose that output will serve for the user?
Yes, I would like to explain this with an example. I would take my articleship experience only. In a intertime, we have read that bank confirmation we need to send, but the process of sending the bank confirmation in the practical life, we need to check all the things. That have you done the address verification of the bank? Have we sent the correct confirmation? In this tool, if I have updated the audit work papers which ICI has issued as a standard audit papers, it can help you generate the confirmations in internal process. If there is some external additional process, tool will help me guide what the next steps you need to do.
Okay. My co-jury Rahul, if he wishes to add to this, yeah.
No, sir, you
Yes.
have asked the complete question, but I will add one thing. Nikhil, how you wanted to differentiate between the other tools like Claude or Perplexity? Because Perplexity is also providing this of information, but it can also give you the sources, reliable sources.
Right, sir. Agreed. Claude or the Perplexity works on the internet-based sources. But if your firm has some internal process you need to follow, some firms are being known for their expertise knowledge that cannot be available on the internet. So in this, we can add our internal sources and it will work on that. Plus, it will be confidential also to your users where you're sharing it.
Thank you. Thank you. Sir, we can move on for the next participant. Atul, sir. Sir, you are in mute, right? Yes.
Praveen, yeah, we'll go to the next one. Praveen.
Yes, sir. Let me share my screen. So I think someone else is sharing the screen. Yes, sir. I'm sharing my screen to start the presentation. So can you please confirm whether I'm audible and visible and my screen is visible?
Yes, Praveen.
Yeah,
It is
thank
visible.
you. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, CA Praveen. I am from industry side. So let me take you through the problem statement faced by any CA, most of the CAs who are in practice or in industry as well while filing their ITR return, right? So my use case is focused on eliminating the headache of manually retrieving the refund statuses or downloading the ITR forms and sending that to client. So to set the stage for the demo, I quickly walk you through few introductory slides. So as I mentioned, checking the idea status post deadlines, right? So because we'll be going on a marathon of filing returns in last 1 week of due date. So post that we thought of relaxing a day or two, but suddenly a call comes from the client. Hey, can you please tell me the ITR refund status? Or can you please send me the ITR file forms, right? So all these queries will be coming from clients, which I feel little more tedious task because after due date and after that marathon. So that's where my solution comes into picture. So to address this problem statement, so all we need to do is you need to have an input file where you need to fill few informations, which I'll be telling that. And then my RPA solution. So basically I just use Power Automate Desktop. It will process all the manual steps which we are doing and then send the communication to client via mail and as well as WhatsApp. So, and also the best beautiful part in this presentation is I also added chatbot where upon building your database after collecting the information, you can just ask, hey, can you tell me the refund of so and so people? Or can you tell me how long it will take to get the refund? So all these questions you can just ask and the bot will reply beautifully. So without much delay, I'll just show my demo, my use case. So for that, I'll just go to Microsoft Power Automate Desktop. It is a desktop app which is freely available. and you can just create the flows. So these are the flows I just created, and I'm just open this flow, ITR form, mailing, and as well as refund checking. So this is how after creating a flows, it looks like your screen. So here you can just call all the actions which is necessary. So example, one of the action is launch Excel, to launch the Excel, right? To open the Excel and to read the cells. So this is how you can just set the flows from the actions. And let me run the flow. Before running the flow, I'll open the Excel file, which is reading the data from. So this is the Excel file which I have in the backend. As I mentioned, we need to have a few fields to enter in order to read the information and communicate to the client. So these are the ones.
Praveen, sorry.
Yeah.
I am not able to see I am able to see you, but not your screen. So
Oh,
you have shared your screen properly.
sorry, sir. Now you are able to see my screen.
Just give me a second.
Excel.
Is this problem specific to me or all are properly able? Rahul?
No, sir, I am properly able to see the entire
Okay.
screen of Praveen.
So just allow me to log out and log in again. I think there may be
Sure,
some
sir.
issue. I'll just join. Continue, Praveen. Yeah.
So can I continue, sir?
Please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you. So this is my Excel sheet, the input file which I have. So where you need to enter PAN, password to log into website, and then email ID, which is in green color, right? Basically, email ID and contact number, so that the communication will be sent to client. And the assessment year which we want to look for. For now, I just kept 25-26 assessment year. So I'll just close this Excel file because this is a one-time activity which we need to update this Excel file, and all the yellow highlighted, right, which you are seeing, that will get updated. And I also show the magic after that update. So this is a flow which I explained. So all you need to do is you just construct the flow by adding the actions wherever it is necessary, and just run the flow. So I'll just click on the run the flow. So what it'll do is it will perform each and every action which you are seeing. And it will first launch the Excel. You see here carefully, the Excel is getting launched. So, and then it will go to, it will set few variables, basically username, password, email, assessment years, and then it will launch a Microsoft Edge. I just use Edge for example. You can just use Chrome as well, or Mozilla Firefox as well. So once it logs to the income tax portal, it first enters the user ID. So you can just see my hands are not in the keyboard. So it is entire automated process. There is no manual intervention, just it's simulating a manual actions. It will check the tick box, enter the password, click on submit. I'll also show you the beautiful part of this, which is error handling. So right now I have not touched the error handling in 1-2 clients. I'll just show the third client where you can handle the errors. So it will go to the respective section, download the form, and then it will go to the services tab, and it will click on know your refund status. It will go to the assessment area which you mentioned in the Excel, and then it will take the snippet and summarize that in your Excel, and it will log off. That's where the processing part completed. Now comes the communication part, right? So now what we'll do, it will open the WhatsApp web. It will search for the number which you have in the Excel. Again, hands up, I'm not using anything. It is fully automated. So it will go and search the number which you mentioned in the Excel. Accordingly, it will click on the respective name, and then it will type the information saying that, hey, ITR is successfully sent to your mail. So I'll also show the mail, basically a send box or the inbox where it's sent. So that now you can see in the screen, it is triggering the send email flow. So sent successfully. Now it is logging to the second client. On the interest of time, I'll show the second client and then the third error handling. So now it is going to the second client. It is looping to the second client, logging in, ticking the checkbox, entering the password, clicking the submit, and then entering the passwords. It is going to the respective section, which is ITR field forms. So it will view ITR, view file ITRs. It will download the respective ITRs. For now, I just given only acknowledgement form to download. We can just enhance that to download all the forms. And then next step is to know the refund status of the respective client, right? So click on the assessment here, and then it will take the snippet of this section, copy that in Excel, summarize that, log out. So complete with the processing. Now comes the WhatsApp web communication part. So it will trigger WhatsApp web, search for the number. Now this time it is a different client. Yeah, so it is searching for the number, the different client, not the same client. So accordingly, it will just use that number, and then the message has been sent. So here where communication ends. Now the beautiful part again, as I mentioned, is error handling. That's the core, right? So I'll just see the next client because I intentionally kept password as incorrect to see how it is handling. So now the same process again. This is a third client where it handles the error. So it will user ID is correct. For now, I just kept PAN number as correct. Continue. And if you see here in the screen, the password is incorrect, which I intentionally kept to see whether it's able to handle the error. So it is invalid password. It will automatically close and also logs the issue in the Excel. So now my processing part and communication part is completed. Let's see how Excel looks. Our Excel, right? As I mentioned, the yellow highlighted box. So this is what it is. So if you see here, for now, I'll just hide this. Give me a minute. Yeah. So if you see here, flow status is mailed successfully or invalid password, whatever it is. The contact number remains same, and then a client name, the client name, refund status, date of filing, refund due, everything is taken from ITR acknowledgement. Because in the flow, if you see, I also kept something called read text from PDF. So if you see here, yes, I just added a subflow where it will read the ITR acknowledgement forms as well, and it will store all the necessary information which we want in the respective cells. So this is how the Excel is updated, and now I'll just close this. So now I'll just open a beautiful part of this, which is a chatbot, where I'll just run this. Again, I just developed this using Python and Streamlit for web view, and then Gemini API to ask for questions and response accordingly. So these typically take my data set alone and answers the queries which you have, and accordingly it will give you a response. Example, again, it should have a data set, right? I'll just upload the data set which I have. So what I does is this, I taken around 20 data of a client. Again, it excludes all the confidential information. I just only taken assessment year, yeah, refund status, client name, refund amount, which I'm getting from my previous action, right? So what I'll just do is I'll just quickly ask the question. Let me scroll down to answer. If you see here, this is where you can ask the question. Example, I'll just ask, hey, what is a refund status of Praveen? And also, can you tell me how long it takes to credit refund as per income tax provisions, right? Which is generic question. First question is related to my data set. Second is generic. And also, can you draft me email in professional way to communicate to client? So I just kept that prompt and I just press enter. It is going to the Gemini API, using Gemini API, generating the response, and it will display the result here. So yeah, so if you see here, the bot responded. Refund status is refund processed, which is nothing but is reading my data set. Here you can see here. The same
last
thing
2 minutes is left.
Yeah. So this is how it will draft the response beautifully. And also you can just use this and to communicate with the client. Before I end, I'll also show you the email one, which whether he or she actually receives the mail. If you see here, they receive the mail when we trigger the flow. So this is what I have from my end. Before I conclude, let me also start end saying this use case I just only done for IT portal, but we can also leverage the same thing for GST portal to get the information, or EPF portal to download the statements, or any other MCA portal to get the company's information, etc. So I'll just open for the questions to the jury. Yeah.
Yeah, Rahul, you please continue.
So there is a question, how it is different from common RPA tools like UiPath and all?
Yes, sir. So it is no code platform. Basically, there is no need of writing codes. It is very easy to understand as well, because just to drag the actions first, and then it's free of cost again. That's where I started using Power Automate Desktop in here and as well as work as well.
So what process did you follow for that?
Sorry,
What
sir.
What process apart from this Power Automate? How you prepare the steps you have shown? The process you have shown that you have done this. How you can make that happen? What was the thought of behind that.
Yes, sir. So if you see in the Microsoft Power Automate flow, so we do have actions to perform each and every section. Example, in order to call Excel, right? So I'll just type Excel, and then that's where I can launch the Excel respective field, whatever it's necessary for us, right? This is where Excel actions, and then it will open the respective information to feed in, and accordingly we can just go to the next step. And like that, we have all the options available here to interface with the web as well, which I told right in Edge basically. So to get the information from Microsoft Edge, launching the new Microsoft Edge kind of. So all these actions we can just perform. I just referred few YouTube channels and as well as ChatGPT to build this as well as to build the chatbot, a chatbot.
So who in your office or whoever making this automation can get access from whether your article can get access of this or there is any other separate say login
So
or how?
yeah, all they need to do is they just need to install this desktop version, and they no need to follow all these actions. What I'll do is I'll just copy everything. I'll paste in Notepad and I'll send to them. When they open this desktop version and when they copy and paste, right, all these actions will simulate. Only thing is here and where the desktop folder, everything, right, that they can just tune it accordingly for their need.
Okay, so the Excel file get prepared separately now for them or for you. The
Sir,
details may
if you have a shared folder, we can just
okay.
refer to that path. Currently, what I'm doing is I'm just referring to my desktop path for this testing purpose. So yes, sir. So
Understood. So there cannot be a repetition of different Excel, na? That one
not
has
required,
done
sir.
that.
Exactly. So if you have currently, if you see here, sir, I just referring desktop path.
Okay.
I can just change that path to shared drive.
Thank you very much, Praveen. Thank you. So, sir, Atul sir, can we move to next participant?
Yeah. So I have Praveen, one last question. So every time you
sir.
access this, would it occupy extra storage every time you download those acknowledgement and occupy that from when you link into the website?
Sir, the downloads is storing in my current Excel, basically what I can say, download folder. So every time when it downloads the new file, right, it will comes with the extension called 01 or 02, right? So one way is either we can just route it to the separate folder and there we can just ask them to upload, or we can find a ways to replace the existing file, which I am yet to explore, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Praveen. Yeah. Rahul, you can have the next Shilpa.
Thanks,
Susan. Yeah.
Good afternoon, respected jury members, panelists, and dear audience. I'm CA Shilpa Susan Kuriachan from Chennai. I'm in practice. My use case is a financial forecasting model. I'm just sharing my screen. I hope it's visible to all. Yeah. So my financial forecasting tool uses historical data and market or external variables. So I have used ChatGPT and a Python to develop a tool that will help chartered accountants in practice or in industry forecast the next quarter's earnings or based on whatever is available data. The problem statement here is that once management gives their data to us, we don't have any any tools with us to analyze how the next quarter will be based on external data or external seasonal patterns in the industry. So the problem statement is that I need a tool which will help consider external variables as well as historical data in forecasting the next few quarters earnings, that is. So I will just show the prompt library that I had given to ChatGPT. These are the prompts. So basically I developed first an Excel sheet which has I have taken as a case study the seasonal historical data from Tanishq Jewelry, their segmental performance, which is a published data. So I've taken the historical financial data and the various external variables being the gold price per quarter, whether it's an upcoming festive season, and what are the other business factors. This is loaded into an Excel file, and I interacted with ChatGPT and asked for a Python script. which it finally gave, and I had a lot of errors while trying it out in the first time, which was finally resolved with ChatGPT. So this was my Python script, and I have used in it the Sarimax model of, which is a statistical model. It's called as seasonal array-max. It uses the endogenous and exogenous variables. The exogenous are nothing but the market variables. So once I asked the Python script such that I will get an next quarter earnings report in Excel as well as a graphical representation. So I will just show how we have to execute it. So in my command Windows command, that is, I'll just have to copy paste this Python script and the Excel location, and I just have to paste it and run it. It will, once it runs, it will tell me that the forecast chart and the data is saved in the same location. So once I minimize these screens, this is the source data which I worked on, which you saw in the Word file. And this will be the next 24 quarters earnings that are estimated based on all the variables given. So if you see, I had given that by December there is a festival season coming up. So it has estimated that there'll be a jump in the sales by December. So this is how we have prepared it, and this is the graphical representation for it. So I'll just show you my prompts that were executed in ChatGPT as well. And this is a long chat. I don't want to take you through it. So finally we built it, and it was all done. This is my basic presentation. Thank you. I'll stop.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Shilpa.
Surya.
So it appears very short, but in the way things are, it has to come with a statutory warning that it's a presentation. No one must rely on that and start investing in gold because by 31st it is going about 10 lakh. But then,
No, I compared it with the actual sales as well of Tanishq
yeah,
quarter-wise, and
yeah,
I saw that the similar pattern was followed. So I will just show you that Excel as well if it's required.
yeah, please.
Yeah, just a second. So this was my actual sales, and this was the forecasted. So my forecasted didn't factor in the COVID drop, the drop due to COVID impact, but approximately it was just I need to work on those parameters as well. But I could see that towards the 2023, it is somehow coming more or less same. That's the only way I could.
Okay.
Yes, of course, we
So,
can't.
yeah, please continue.
Yeah, of course, it is only a estimate, but I want something that will factor in other variables as well. Because right now we don't have anything which uses the outside variables.
Okay. So, suppose at the back end, the data is gold prices over, say, 5 years each quarter. So, if we replace the same by silver, would this model suffice for that?
Yes, it will rework it. It will rework based on the pattern of the gold prices and the sales. So it will correlate because it is the Sarimax model uses each factor. So if the silver price is being used instead of gold price, it will see how the silver prices are jumping. And based on that, it will estimate the next quarter sales.
So, who is going to be the first user of this?
The first user will be a chartered accountant in practice who wants to prepare a project report of an unlisted company who has only the historical data. The second user can be a normal shareholder who has only the historical data and knows how the next few quarters are going to look for the company. So these are my users that I have identified.
Okay. So, this means that the user, whatever, it's more of a commodity database that you are going to create.
No, definitely not. I just took it as a case study for gold jewelry, but you can replace the model with your industry's seasonal patterns and other variables in it.
Okay, that's from my side, Rahul.
Sir, no further question. You have already asked whatever required. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now we have Tapas.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. Because I'll be sharing a lot of different stuff. I am sharing my full screen and not a particular Windows. Would just request somebody to just confirm if my screen is visible.
Yeah, visible, Tapas.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So, I have a very simple use case. We see a lot of times on various WhatsApp groups uh, that people are looking for various GST related provisions, notifications, circulars. And for that, I'll just start with my introduction. My name is Tapas Ruparelia. I have been into GST practice since past 15 years, and that is the first thing that I've been doing over the past couple of years. I have developed a lot of interest over technology, and I've been learning a lot of technology tools. Combining these two experiences, as I said, I have seen a lot of professionals, chartered accountants, sometimes scrambling for different notifications, circulars, etc. Since the introduction of GST, we have seen a flurry of notifications, circulars, and people, do struggle to find this out. Uh, what I found a simple solution is that why not prepare our own library and use the AI to serve you and find the relevant either notification, circular, or the provision of the rules as and when required. So, what I have done is we have our GST Council website. If you go to Google and say uh, GST Council and then say circulars, it gives you a link to a page where all the GST related circulars have been hosted. The latest one, which has just come in, the circular 251, has not yet been uploaded. But other than that, all the circulars are here. There are, I believe, 32 pages in total. The first page starts with 0, and the last page is 31. So there are 250 circulars that are available. Similarly, for notifications, also, if you see, there are 538 central GST notifications available, and these are only the normal GST notifications which deal with the procedural aspects. If one has to consider the rate notifications as well, this might go to an exponential level. Then you have different GST Council meeting minutes, you have GST Council meeting notes, you have GST and advisory, and judgments, etc. is there. What I have done is I went to the AI tool called Claude. And I will show the live demo of what I have done. And in order to save time, I will also go back to the existing chat that I have already had since morning today. But I will Yeah. So what I will do is I have a prompt ready. What I had done is I gave a lot of instructions to Claude, and then it asked me a lot of questions. I gave the answers, and there was a lot of to and fro. What I ultimately did was I asked Claude that now you have all the instructions, and the code that was finally given to me is a proper code. Why don't you give me a proper prompt which I can use later on so that I can generate an extensive code, a Python based code. So this is the prompt that is given. I'll just paste it onto my Claude window and I'll show it to the audience for everybody's benefit. An important point here to note is that when the prompt came out from Claude, it has given a markdown document, meaning thereby it has given in a format which the AI or machines would understand, and it has considered all the normal prompting technique that we would learn that's taught in the AICA course as well. Objectives, what is the website where you have to do, what is the task, what are the different tasks. So I've given it 3 tasks. The first task is to download all the PDFs that are available on the website. The second task is to extract the data into a table. So if you see here, there is an entire there is an entire table that is available which contains the details of serial number, circular number, what is the date of issue, and what is the subject, which is very easy for somebody to refer. So that is the instruction that has been given. The second or the second task that has to be done is to download the data into Excel, and I'm just running it so that we can also have a look at as to how it is generating. And the third and the most important task is to organize the file. Many of the times it is observed that while these circulars or notifications etc have been put on these websites, when actually you click on the PDF, the naming convention of these PDFs are not standardized, meaning thereby you might download everything, but you still might scramble across to get the relevant notification or the circular for you. So what I have done is I have asked it to develop a code uh, uh, which would rename all the files into a standardized format. I have given an example of the format that if it's a circular, it has to say circular CIR CGST, then the circular number, and then the year, etc. And it has to go in a proper folder based on the last four digits of the circular. So if it's a 2017 circular or a 2018 till 2025, whatever the circular is, I will get to know it. During my interaction, I also came across a case where there were a corrigendum files, there were corrigendum to circulars and notifications also issued. So this case again, because it was within the same chat, Claude effectively gave me that you have also taught me how to handle the edge cases of corrigendums, and this is how we will deal with it. There will be a separate naming convention for corrigendums. It has also said what is the deliverable that is expected, which is a Python code that I expect. Now, what has happened is I have given the entire prompt. It has gone onto the website. I have also given it the first page as well as the last page. I have told Claude that this is the starting page as well as this is the ending page. And this is the instruction that you have to download. Before going ahead, it is asking me a couple of questions. It has done the table web page analysis. It has given me certain observations, and it has said that there are certain challenges which I might see, but this is the approach. I would use these requests. I would use pandas for etc. Do you think it is okay? I would say yes. Please go ahead. It might ask a couple of questions if it has. If not, then it will move ahead and uh, it will draft the Python script. And if you see here, it has started drafting the Python script. Because it's three different tasks that we have asked it to undertake, I will very quickly show the script that has been already given to me. So this is my original chat where I had given this prompt, and this is how it has given me the code. This is something called artifacts within Claude. It shows you the code on the side of it. I already have the codes open for me. No, they're not open. I'll just very quickly go. Yeah, this is circulars. Yeah, so this is the task one, which speaks about downloading the codes. So I will this is VS Code, which you can use to run the code. It is simple to use rather than going to command prompt and going through all that technical stuff. This is a more user-friendly atmosphere. So what I have done is within the code, I've also asked that when running the code, you ask me a question whether I want all the 32 pages or just sample. Because I was going to demonstrate it here, we cannot afford to wait for all the 32 pages to get downloaded. So what I'm going to do is I will enter 2 here. So it has started downloading and it is skipping all the files that already exist. So the path that I had given just to test my my code, I was testing it. It already found all the circulars available, and that is why it has skipped on it. But I will just come here and I'll show that all the circulars are already existing. And for the purpose of demonstration, very quickly, I will delete all these circulars, come back here, and I'll run the code. It will run the code. It will again ask me the questions as to whether I want how many pages. I will now enter 2, and it has started downloading. You can see it download here, and if I come back here, the circulars are getting downloaded. Now what I have done is I have done this entire exercise for all the circulars that are available on the GST website. Let me also show the other two till the time I have the last 2 minutes available. I will also go ahead and open the remaining 2 scripts which I had developed. The second script is to extract the data into an Excel. And I'll also open the third script, which is organizing all the files into a proper format. So I'll run the second script, which will again ask me as to the number of pages that I would want to extract. And I will say 2 pages. So it has extracted the first page and it has extracted the second page. If I come back to my original folder, to the downloaded files and GST circular, we can see here that a Excel file has been downloaded. It is taking a moment to open. This Excel file would have the entire same table structure that we were seeing on the GST Council website, along with the link. So if tomorrow I want to download the original notification from the original source, or I want to cite the source somewhere as to from where I got the circular, I can very well refer to this Excel sheet, and I can refer to the Excel or the PDF download link, which is available on the GSTN website, on the GST Council's website. Yeah, so this is the Excel file. It has everything. It has circular numbers. It has the different fields. It has the links. It has also the date of issue, etc. Now, as I said, I have run my third code, which very quickly organizes the entire downloads that I have done into proper folders. So the third script that has been generated through Claude, it says, are you okay to move all the files that we have downloaded? I'll just say yes. And if I come back, all the circulars will be downloaded into a proper format. Sorry, it would all the, you see on the screen itself, all the 2024 circulars have gone into a proper format, and all the PDFs have been arranged into a proper organized format. Now, this doesn't stop here. My main purpose was to develop a library of everything. So what I've done is I've downloaded all the circulars you can see from 2017 to 2025. Similarly, all the notifications from 2017 to 2025 has been downloaded. As my co-panelist, the first co-panelist highlighted the benefits of Notebook LM, I'm going to use the same platform. What I have done is I have gone to Notebook LM and I have uploaded the direct of the direct available at the institute's website, the CGST, SGST Act and the rules thereof, and the circulars and the rules that we have just downloaded. I have uploaded everything at one place, but just for the purpose of this demonstration, I have uploaded all the circulars here at one place. And if you see, the Notebook LM has methodically categorized all these circulars into different categories: refund rules and procedures, taxability and valuation related rules. If I also drill down onto these, it has given all these in a form of a mind map, which I can download or I can refer to it, and it's very easy to refer. But it doesn't end here. If I come to the chat window and if I say that there is a circular related to post sale discount under GST, can you tell me which one was it? Rather than going to a WhatsApp group and finding those solutions, I can very easily come here. Interestingly, what it has done is it has analyzed the circular. It has said that there was a primary circular that was issued, that is 105 by 2024. I'll just go back and I'll show whether in 2000. So I just have to go to the relevant folder. Sorry, I'm in notifications. Yeah, I'll go to the circular folder in 2019. I'll go and I'll open circular 105, which yes deals with the clarification related to various post sales discount under GST. And if I move ahead, it has done the analysis, but it has also said that this circular, it has given me an analysis, but it has also told me that this circular was subsequently withdrawn by circular number 112. So I'll come back and I'll also open circular 112 and I'll have a look at whether what it was saying is correct. And yes, it says that the circular number 105 was withdrawn by circular number 112. So what one can do is similarly, I have done the exact same thing for the GST notifications that I have downloaded. I will come here sorry, this is the rate notifications. So yeah, this is again invoice management system is something that is new under GST. What I've done is I've downloaded all the advisories related to invoice management system. Then
The
I can
last
just
1 minute is left.
thank you. I can just ask that what are the actions that I can take under IMS, and it will tell me exactly looking from the sources as to what are the different actions I can take under IMS. So, as my co-panelist explained, the best advantage of Notebook LM is that it is a closed repository. It's a closed language model. It only looks at the resources that you upload, and then it gives you the relevant answer. So, my use case was to develop an entire repository of all the notifications, circulars, etc., that are available on the open forum. You can then prepare a repository. You can develop Python codes to download them, organize them. You can also develop a code. You can ask Claude to give you a code to consolidate all the circulars into a single file, and then you can upload that single file onto a Notebook LM so that you get more number of options to upload the file. Because if you're using a free version, you can upload only 50. If you combine all the circulars and notifications into single files, you will be able to upload more number of resources, and you can refer to these documents at your convenience. You need not open the various books. That was my use case.
Rahul sir, your take.
Thank you, sir. Very nicely presented, Tapas. First,
Thank you, sir.
I have just one question. Does
Yes, sir.
this use any scraping to bring the circulars to your folder, downloaded to your folders? And how it will be different if I want to download the case laws for income tax from the sites like Taxman and what I pay from India Kanun, etc.
Right, sir. So to answer your first question, yes, sir. Going onto the websites, looking at the link, and then downloading, it would sort of entail into a scraping. The best advantage of Claude is that it automatically takes into factor the delays that one should apply. So if as a human I am going and downloading the circulars, I would take normally 1 or 2 seconds to click on each of the notifications and then download it. The best part is that I will not have to rename everything, but when it comes to the load on the website, the 1 or 2 second delay that Claude normally adds, that doesn't overwhelm the server. So we are not actually doing any damage to the websites. Number two, the second question that you asked, sir, is the website that I refer to right now, the GST Council's website, that's an open website, and the structure Claude was itself able to navigate the website, use it, and then use only one repository known as Beautiful Soup on the Claude, sorry, on Python. If I have to do the same thing on a website called, say, Taxman or something, number one, I'll have to adhere to my agreement with the website, whether it allows me to run a script on that or not. If that is still done, this method will not work. You will have to use a Selenium library on that website, because in that case, Claude will or the Python will have to log into the website, key your username and password, and then within that environment, it will have to download. It's not an open website. So in that case, the approach would be slightly different. You will have to use the Selenium library to do this stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Atul sir?
Yeah. So, Tapas,
Yes, sir.
there's one query. Like, say, when GST came, so initial years there was like notification in the morning and the evening. Now,
Sir.
so how means first question is, would it be possible to automate this process? Say, suppose I am not a GST practitioner. I want to start it today. So I'll be downloading it. Now, tomorrow I'll have to download all. So I want, the first question is, we automate the process? Say, for example, GSTN issues a new circular or a notification, and then we can, it updates to my download or my folder. Yeah.
So, sir, this can be taken care of through agentic AI. How would this would happen is probably, and of course, this will have to be tried. But I think the best way, what I have done is I have not automated the download process. But as soon as a new advisory on the IMS or anything comes on the GSTN portal, I have set up a task on Chat GPT in the task functionality. I've said that every morning you have to go to this website and have a look. And if from this date from today, if you are able to, whenever you look at it every day, if you are able to find any new advisory, you have to send an update to me that this new advisory has been downloaded. Now I can set this up as an automated point. So for example, I can use make.com or an N18 workflow as to whenever this a new update or a notification comes on this particular website from what I've already done, that can be automatically downloaded, can be done. And in fact, probably a Python script can also be developed, which goes, checks every day. And the last one that I've downloaded. So right now we are able to see circular number 250. I can also develop a script which can automatically run every day. And my dear friend, Mr. Praveen also spoke about a Power Automate. We can do that as in Power Automate as well. We can have it run every day on a specific time. It will go to that website. And if apart from the one that has been already downloaded, if it is able to see something new, it can come and download that for you as well.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tapas. Good presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Now we have Siddharth. Siddharth, please.
Yes. Is my screen visible? Hello.
Yeah, it is visible, Siddharth.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, ICA, for giving this opportunity. We had some very amazing panelists. And I would like to start with when it comes to AI, we often think about the data privacy and everything when we are uploading client data or something like that. But for a simple function like PDF merge or split, we upload the PDFs on I love PDF or small PDF to compress the PDF. And we don't think about the confidentiality then because it is more convenient and it is easy, but we don't know whether these PDFs are used, how they are stored, and everything. So then I thought, how about we automate locally so that there are no upload, no cloud dependency. You don't have to share your data anywhere. That operates entirely on your PC, and also it is secure, auditable, and efficient. uh, with these thoughts in my mind, I started developing Python-based tools, and I would like to showcase three tools which are out of the tools which I have developed. The first one is the PDF split and merge. So I'll just show you how it works. So I realize that everyone cannot be friendly with writing the code in CMD or writing a line that Python run this. So I created .bat executable files so that on one click the tool starts running and you don't have to do anything. So this, yeah, if I go, this is a basic tool. If I go and I select the PDFs, it gets uploaded. I have options of creating index from the file names. I have options of adding page numbers. So it's merge and download. So it will ask you whether you where you want to save it. It's save. And here it is your merge PDF ready. So section is created where the PDF file page number and also the page numbers, page 1 of 55, page 2 of 55 and everything. And this is happening totally on your local PC, not on any other third party website or software. And the other features of this is, yeah. So I can do merge, split, add page number, create index, image to PDF, PDF to image, and yeah, also size optimization of the PDF. And that's where our data is secured. And yeah, so I'll just move to the third tool. Yeah, the second tool which I developed was the vendor master automation. Now the SMEs cannot afford their own ERP. Either they are maintaining the vendor master on the Excel or physically something like that. So I created a Python-based tool. Yeah. So you upload your vendor details which you have gotten into. Just a second, I have to. You upload the details, it will fetch the details. You can see the vendors over here in the view vendor section. You can download the whole master in Excel. It also auto assigns the vendor code over here. You can select any particular vendor and download the details for that vendor. That's way the basically the database is stored under SQLite, which is a Python based, and you can easily move the database file. You can easily access it. You can easily keep it in a OneDrive or shared folder. So different people can access this tool. And yes. Third is inventory sampling tool. So generally inventory sampling people they do is either they are doing it manually, they select the sample from the inventory and then give it for the physical verification or something like that. So I thought why not automate that process, and I'll show you how it works. And now everyone keeps their inventory in different Excel formats. It is not necessary that they have the same format and same everything. So to mitigate that, uh, it shows the preview of the inventories you have uploaded. And to mitigate that, I have given a mapping option where you can map the columns, stock ID, quantity, where it is quantity, amount, where it is amount. Then you can select the method which you want to go with: ABC, random value, value coverage, PPS, hybrid, anyone. The random seed is one of the most important feature which I kept over here is generally when regulators or the client ask us how this is generated. So if my random seed is 42 and every time if I upload the same sheet and do the same method, I'll always get the same amount of sample size. I'll show you how. And then it is easy: run sampling, download sampling output. Yeah. So if you can see, it is the sample which got selected, the list. It is a complete audit sheet ready for the physical verification of the stock, where it has given the ABC analysis also. It has given whether it was selected. It has given the counted quantity variance. So you can directly take out the print and do the. It has also the KPI summaries. How many line items were there, what was the quantity, what were the value, what was the population, what was the sample, and then it gives you the total population, what is their condition. If there are some anomalies, like if the stock is negative, it will be shown over here. And this is one of the most important part when it comes to the audit and everything. So here the configuration, random and seed and 42 and 0.89, everything is saved over here. So if I upload the same sheet again, if I select the same random percentage 0.89 and if I select the same random seed, I'll be able to generate the same sample. So if a regulator, it works like an audit paper. So it is totally on the random basis, and it also gives me the whether there are any zero amount item, whether there are negative, whether there is missing amount or something like that. So these were the three tools which I thought I would present over here. Now, how these tools were built. So my personal favorite is ChatGPT. So my technique is to go with an idea to ChatGPT. Don't tell ChatGPT to give me code upfront. I like to discuss with ChatGPT according to what features can be added, how it should work, and then if the things are okay and things are streamlined, then I ask the ChatGPT for the code. It gives me the code. I do the debugging, and there are some to and fro with the ChatGPT because you'll not get the code at the first go. And after that, I decided okay, everybody cannot use or cannot be familiar with Python. So I asked ChatGPT to give me a package with all the required files and a .bat files. So on one click, the tool starts working, and you don't have need to have any technical knowledge, or you don't have need to have this command prompt or any knowledge whether you have to write. Why it is very important for CA firms is this is a local offline automation. There are different challenges with different clients around us. So you can develop a small customized tool according to the needs and everything. These are very accurate because I feel we should, as finance professionals, 0.5% of error also is too much for us. And as claimed by the big institutes, chat gpt or any llm any ai can make a lot of mistakes. So we can't afford that kind of mistake. So whether rather than letting ai to decide, we should use ai to design, where we design such things where we get we control the things. Like if I have written a code in python, I'll always get the same output. I'll always get the same thing. So it is accurate. It is in alignment with our DRDP Act, where we will be responsible for the client's data, and it is very easy. Once you, all these tools have hardly taken 1 hour each to develop. And the other tools I developed is bank statement analyzer. You upload the bank statement, and your bank statement gets analyzed the credit, debit, the UPI amount, the cash. Tally data extractor, it extract data from Tally and create a dashboard. Invoice generator for CS, where recurring invoices will be generated automatically. Compliance calendar, where each compliance will act as a task. Email invoice extractor, where you are getting invoices in your email, and the code will, every day in the morning the code will extract the invoices and also prepare an excel so that yeah, bookkeeping or something like that can be done. So this is not just to impress anyone that how they I have developed these tools. This is just to ignite one thought in everyone's mind that it is easy and doable for us. We just have to keep one thing in mind, that is think like an auditor and build like an engineer. Like now with chat gpt, with llms, you can do, sky is the limit. Like you can develop whatever you want to develop, but always think like an auditor first, then build like an engineer. So this was my time. Thank you so much. I am open for questions.
So, Siddharth, you presented three tools. I am doing the reverse way. So, the last one you shared, who will be the user for this?
CS sir, matlab if chartered accountants are going for the inventory audit or something like that, what they can do is in any form they are getting the inventory sheet, they upload it, they can map the columns over here. If somewhere it should be the look, the quantity should it must be in column F or column G or column E. Somewhere it should be written QTY. So you can map the columns and you can generate a sampling sheet for the verification where you
So,
want. Yeah.
yeah. So, Miss, just adding to this, it's a good way of doing. I was wanted to understand that whatever sample the auditor is going to generate, would that have any relevance to auditor determining materiality level before you start generating sample? Means, would it be a better tool if we could have built level of materiality so that whatever output comes, whatever sample is generated, it creates a more valid audit documentation efficiency or conclusion?
Very true, sir. That's why I have added for materiality. This is random value method where I want to cover point. This is 90 percentage I want to cover. So if I keep 90 over here and then generate the sample, it would cover the 90% in value. This method is for random. It will cover the number of lines. If the lines are like there are 200 stock items, and if I keep it 90, so it will cover 180 stock items. Then comes the ABC analysis. ABC is whatever the cutoffs you keep and ABC samples you have kept. So mostly I have tried to cover the maximum type and keeping in materiality and keeping in various stocks people can have, various different types of stocks the company could have. So these were the methods, and yeah, we can anyway add the method is very easy to add or delete anything. Yeah.
Okay. Then second was regarding this vendor. So
Yeah. Vendor
I just
master.
want to understand the core information about vendor you uploaded. So means where means is that linked to an existing accounting software? Means how you match that? Means how you are going to use that vendor one,
Yeah, so
vendor master.
vendor one is using the parsing method where if you have sent a vendor form for registration, they will send you a vendor form field form. You upload the form, the field will take all the details from it. And also you can mention what are the required details. Like you can also do this PAN and GST verification. You can add that PAN and GST will get verified. And once everything is done, you can add them to your vendor master. And this is right now not linked with any accounting software. This is a standalone thing. And in future, we are developing in such a way that you can create PRPO and this vendor master is already all linked. So it's a kind of a customized ERP, a small Python based tool.
Okay, Rahul.
Uh, So there is a one question that can we put materiality at transaction level rather than the overall coverage?
In the inventory,
Yes, yes, in the inventory box.
It is right now it is mostly focused on the inventory on the closing date, and then that is the population, and then you are simply selecting the sample for the verification. So yeah, we can do this for the transaction level also. When you want to verify some purchase or sales voucher and you want to find some materiality on the transaction level or some if the transactions are done on weekends, if there is a higher fluctuation, so all that can also be added, but this was specifically for inventory verification as on that date. If the closing inventory on 31st March was this, that is our population, and out of that, if I have to do the verification, how I would select the sample and how I would generally earlier it was it was done manually that we go there, we sort them from maximum to lowest, and then we try to cover 70-80% of the inventory, and that is not random. So as per our audit standards and everything, it should always be the random.
One more. How I will ask about your PDF creator tool. So how it is different from PDF 24 creator desktop version, which can also installed in your desktop and work offline without moving your files to internet online purpose, and it works offline in your system itself.
Which
PDF
sir,
24 creator.
which tool, sir?
PDF 24 creator.
I don't have any about idea about that, but yeah, I know about Adobe, but then Adobe comes with a paid version, and if you can create a version which is free and which is fast and usable, so the idea was basically to create this. In this also there are some further developments where I am just trying. I have downloaded, I tried some downloading from GitHub where you convert the PDF to Word or PDF to Excel, but then there are some issues in that also. But yeah, working on that. So what tool you are talking about, I have no idea about that.
No, you have one of the advantages apart from PDF 24 that your tool is making the index chart,
Yeah,
which is like within in the that was a good thing. So thank you, very nice presentation, Siddharth.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Atul sir, we can move to the next
Yeah,
participant.
Umang Sanjay Shah.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes,
Am I loud enough, sir?
absolutely.
Good afternoon, fellow panelists, sir, Atul sir, Rahul sir. I am CA Umang Shah. I've been practicing as a chartered accountant for the last 9 years plus. I present to you a very unique and interesting tool that I have titled it as Audit GPT. I call it as a CA brain in my office. Yeah, during the audit times, when the final trial balance comes in my hand, what I am stuck with is analyzing every item, whether it is falling under CARO, whether this will have implication in the tax audit, what law is getting affected, what is happening, which is happening. My brain keeps on running faster and faster, and I cannot keep up. So I thought about developing a very unique tool. I will share my screen. I'm sharing my screen. Is the screen visible to everyone?
Siddharth, you have to stop sharing your screen.
Siddharth sir, please stop your screen. Stop sharing your screen.
I have stopped sharing my screen. Just, yeah.
Sir, is it visible now?
No. Siddharth's last screen is coming. Think like an auditor, build like an engineer.
Oh, but it is not showing me over here. It is, my screen is blank now.
Technical team may know something.
I'll just drop out and join again.
Yeah.
Umang sir, your screen is visible now. Audit guidance, law and regulation.
Yes, sir. Give me a moment. I'll just maximize it. So this is what I'll give you a brief about what my intention is with this. I built an audit assistant which will guide me through the entire process, including I will include the trial balances of the current year and the previous year, and a certain set amount of details which does not reveal any names or reveal any kind of personal data which we should not put it online. And I will try to take you through the entire process as fast as I can, because there are lots of tabs that are needed to be covered. My tool is a guidance tool. It does not give you the final answer. It will guide you, it will assist you, but at the end of the day, it is human validation and your own brains that you have to put to use. It will guide you amazingly. So all these details which I am right now going to enter are optional. The more you enter, the more the tool is going to work. Nature of business, I'm keeping it blank. It does not matter. I have selected the section. It is NIC 2008 based coding sections. So I can select multiple. I can select divisions. For the purpose of saving time, I've already selected. I can select multiples. I have put a turnover of current year as 50 crores. I have put 120 employees in the current year. I'm selecting private limited so that most of the sections become applicable. There are certain GST registered hazardous activity, classification of entity into micro, small, medium. I have a state filter. I can enter in which states the company is operating. And then there are two balance sheets which I have to enter, which is, sorry, not balance sheet, trial balance. So there's a closing trial balance and there's an opening trial balance. And I run the analysis. Now I'm just going to briefly bring you to Caro, and I just want to see this line right now. We will come back to this later. It is right now analyzing the trial balance against Caro using ChatGPT. We'll come back to this later. Right now, the first tab matched laws. So what I did is I created a resource, a study material of my own, highlighting the top 30 or 35 acts, laws, rules, and regulations which are applicable throughout India. So what this tool does is it will give me the applicable laws like plastic waste management, rule number, what is a brief summary, then whether any license is required under the said act, what type of license, name, who's the regulator that will give, what is the link of the regulator, what are the annual return, what are the filing frequency under it, and what are the fines and penalties for not following it. So what this does is gives me an entire chart where all the rules, laws, not all, but perhaps majority of the rules, laws which are applicable, which will assist me in the audit. So there are certain certificates, there are certain licenses which are supposed to be taken. For example, if it's a hazardous industry, you're supposed to have a authorization for dumping the hazardous waste. So all those things are being given, but it does not cover all the laws which are applicable in India. So I built a very unique thing here. It is a CA style legal verification prompt. What it does is it has a predefined prompt already given. It is very meticulously crafted, verified, and what it does is whatever inputs I have given, it summarizes it saying business facts. My softwares or my codes, whatever laws which it has matched, it will give, and then it will give an output request saying please provide the applicability analysis for each match law, additional suggested laws or rules that may apply, key compliance requirements, and a brief professional summary. So what it does is whatever laws which I have not covered, it will get covered. All I have to do is copy the prompt. It will go directly to ChatGPT. I am supposed to paste the prompt there directly, and it will beautifully summarize it. I am not showing how ChatGPT works. Everybody is aware how it works. I will just move on to the next tab. Next comes accounting ratios. So now the trial balances of both my years, last year and current year, is getting analyzed. It is doing a very basic analysis, giving me reverse size ledger. So if there is a current liability and it's a debit balance, all these are highlighted. But the main intention in this is to give ratios of current year and previous year for comparisons. And again, a CA style ratio analysis prompt, which once again has a prompt inbuilt and which will summarize all the findings it has and then put it to task saying, please give me a ratio interpretation. Please compare it with the industry. Please give me a professional remarks of each and every ratios. It will give me industrial benchmark comments. It will give me ratio wise tables. The intention being with this is to find out if the going concern concept is being violated or if there are any risk factor areas which I should pay more attention during audit during the ratios. The next tab, I will skip standards on auditing right now. If time permits, I'll come back here again. Standards of auditing and ICDS are similar in application. What this does is now the current year trial balance, it will analyze and it will highlight some keywords. Now I have my own research master file which I have prepared. Every tab I have prepared using a master file, which is a research file which is done by Gemini, Perplexity, and ChatGPT. All three of them do the research and all three of them check their research, each other's research, and then finalize a single file which acts as my master file. Now from that master file, the keywords are picked and then it highlights me here. For example, let's say we will go to fixed asset. So what it says, the trial balance contains property, plant and equipments under group which strongly matches the key trigger term. So once the trigger term is hit, it will highlight me that this ICDS is applicable. And once I click on it, it will beautifully give me object, scope, key principles, differences with the accounting standards, disclosure requirements, and recommended audit checks. In a very simplified form, all of this data is pulled out from Institute's guidance note or the actual accounting standards or any government or the verified sources. No other sources that I have asked the data to be pulled on. Below which it will give me a very beautiful summary of disclosure requirements of all the ICDS. What are the disclosure requirements? And below which will give me an recommended audit checks. This is all institute recommended audit checks which each ICDS can be put to using the guidance note as the base. This is how actually even standards on auditing work, but we'll come back later. Right now, let's move to Caro. Now, this is a different gamut. Here, I have integrated the LLM using APIs. I have integrated the chat GPT's analysis, LLM analysis backend. What it does is it pulls up my trial balance, current years. It highlights the keywords, the keyframes, and it has my master data. If I can show you the master data, for example, for Caro. Is the Excel file visible, sir?
No,
I am
Umang,
No,
we
no,
are
no.
able to see the screen with the
Okay,
left
I
side.
think so. I have shared just my browser. So what happens is I have two columns in my Excel. There is a keyword column and there is a triggers column. Keyword has all those keywords, for example, plant and machinery, fixed asset, buildings, immovable property, whatever will trigger that particular clause of the CARO. And there is a trigger column which has a certain types of conditions. For example, presence of balances in loans and advances ledger should be a certain amount, or if there is a related parties transaction ledger present somewhere in the trial balance, it will pull out that details. It will send all those details to chat gpt, and there are no names anywhere in the trial balances. Perhaps there are vendors name, but I have a habit of not opening up the vendors name and giving just sundry creditors for my analysis. So what this does is, now for example, if I pull any particular this clause, what it does is it will give an initial assessment. It gives me key findings. From where did it pick up? So the clause is statutory dues. What it does is GST payable, so and so, so and so, so and so are payable. These accounts indicate outstanding statutory dues that needs to be assessed for regularity in deposits. So conclusion, it is likely applicable, further verification required. So what it does is, every individual clause, it will try to find out the condition, analyze my trial balance. All this is done by chat gpt, supported by my code and supported by my own research data that I have done from Gemini and perhaps a certain other more also AI developers also. So once again, every clause, it will try on finding the key findings, try on find that whether this particular clause is applicable to me or not. It will keep on doing that and it will give me this answer. The same goes for tax audit. Tax audit also, it does the similar thing as what is done by Caro. For example, if I open any particular clause, what it does is clause 17 requires auditor to report transfers of land and building. So now relevant trial balance accounts values. So there is a plot at Vapi, so and so, sales of product, this. So these are the relevant accounts which got hit because, and according to chat GPT and according to my code, these are the relevant factors which makes clause 17 of form 3CD applicable to me. There is a tax audit action and conclusion. It gives a guidance what the auditor has to do, pull solely and solely on the basis of our institute's guidance note. It will give me a tax audit action for each and every clause. Not every clause of tax audit report, because certain clauses in tax audit report are an answer of yes or no, or mentioning of documents, or mentioning of partners ratio or something like that. So those clauses are never getting analyzed and never ever are being fed in my system. But other than that, which are related to trial balances, all those clauses will get picked up here, get analyzed, and then finally it is going to give me a beautiful answer. See, for example, it is a related parties transaction. So now it is saying falana falana act, related party closing balance, director remuneration payable so and so, wages, EPF, ESIC. So what it is trying to tell me is, try to check in wages if you have paid salaries to somebody related. These are related party on upfront. So accordingly, then it is going to give me a guidance. Tax auditor should verify the nature and reasonableness of the payments made to the related party. So and so. So whatever the guidance note says, it is going to pull up that clause and it is going to show it here. If I have some time, I'll take standards on auditing as well.
The 1 minute is left.
Okay, so I will just go through it. In the end, I'll show you what is more interesting part of it. This is again same principle on ICDS. This does not do a back-end integration with Chat GPT or do any API thing. It will give me a summary of auditor's responsibility, every accounting, every standards on auditing wise. So it keeps on giving me auditor's responsibility and gives me a very brief title of what the standard is about. And then below which it will give me a summary of documents required. This is now purely analyzed based on my trial balance, my keyword, my own database, which Gemini, Claude, and Chat GPT and everybody has prepared together. This is not some random list which I have just put it. On basis of every trial balance that I upload, on the basis of all the other details that I put forth, these keep on getting generated accordingly. So I think so I cannot share the Excel file. I will try it once again if I am able to share it. I think so I can share it. Sir, can you see the Excel file now?
No, Umang, you need to stop share this now. Yeah, it is visible now.
Yes. So this is my Caro's research Excel structured file. This is a clause number title. It is a description of what the Caro is about. This is a required information what the Caro wants. Now these are the keywords which will highlight that this clause becomes applicable. And these are the triggers which ChatGPT will check. It will check only these triggers. It will not come up with any hallucinations. It will not come up with its own argumentation or its own analysis. This is what it will do. This is what it is supposed to do. And on this basis, it will give me. And in my research, there is always where the source of the file, the source of the research, and there are cross links which I have created so that I can also find out from where the research has come. So these triggers are what will the chat GPT will check. These keywords are what the application will check. And on the basis of this twin, this thing is what finally the answer is given in the form that you can see. I have more certain tabs also, sir. I have not incorporated here because I knew the time would be short, but I have tabs like this. This is so easy to increase. The tabs are so increased. I can have a AIS tab. I can have GST tab. I can have an MCA tab. I can keep on having. This is the future of audit automation in my office, which everybody uses, and it helps and assists my audits to be taken to the next level because it elevates my entire audit procedure, and I can take printouts of all these things. I can export this as an Excel file, and I can keep it in my file. I can give it to the person who is going to the audit on my behalf, and the entire thing, entire purpose of this being, it is a guidance prompt. It will guide me. It will never give me a final answer saying this is your outstanding or this is your answer to this clause. It will give suggestions, it will guide me, but it will never give me, it will never take my role. It will always assist me. Sir, I think so I am out of time. Is there any questions, please?
Rahul sir.
Sir, one small question. What tool you have used to develop this entire automation process?
Sir, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini. These are the only tools that I have used. I don't know much of coding. So what I asked ChatGPT, I asked Gemini and Perplexity to do a detailed research of a particular topic. Let's say I picked up audit report under Form 3CD. They both will do an extensive audit. I will feed that audit to ChatGPT, and I will tell ChatGPT, do your own research, verify these two files, and then give me a single file which encompasses all your recommendation, all your just summarize all these things for me, and that is how my research file is ready. Now on the basis of that research file, I will tell ChatGPT, boss, I already have a very basic Streamlit application. Please add a new tab in it with integrate it with yourself. There in the Excel file, you have one particular column which has a keyword, another particular column which has a strict condition. All you have to check is that you analyze my trial balance, you create a new tab, you give me the code, it will directly give me the code. I am pasting it in the folder. My new tab is done. So right now also in 10-15 minutes, if I want another tab, sir, it is very much possible. If I don't verify the resources, or I don't verify the reference material, in the span of 10-15 minutes, all I have to do is ask ChatGPT to add to my existing module some another tab, let's say analysis of 26 years, for an example. So I don't know the codes, what it has written. I use it, and perhaps when I find some kind of an error while using it, I go back to ChatGPT saying, boss, I had this particular error when I was using it. So please make sure from the next time it does not happen. So that
Where
is
you
how
have
I keep
pasted,
on building the tool.
where have you pasted that code? Your local computer, or you have used any external source for?
No, it is on my computer only, sir, nowhere else. It is all on my computer in my local hard drive.
It is working entirely offline.
It will work entirely offline, but it won't give me then the response to Caro and tax audit report. I tried doing it offline as well, but the code was so huge. I didn't have the talent, nor did I have the patience to check that big of a code. So I I told ChatGPT, you only do it. Please don't because uh, I am not a technical person, so I cannot bug the code. I don't know what are the consequences of deleting a single full stop or anything. And I press some key, something else is happening. So I usually avoid that. But it is entirely possible to take this entire thing offline, having a research in the form of Excel, having a code that will understand your trial balance, and on the basis of keywords, it will highlight you beautifully what you have to do in the audit this year.
Thank you. Thank you from my side. Atul sir.
Yeah, so a good presentation, Umang. There's only
Thank you,
one thing
sir.
I want to add. Because see, it talks of lot of statutory things that chartered accountants are doing.
Yes,
So
sir.
this must come with a disclaimer that whatever output the tool is giving,
Yes, sir.
the member, he or she must validate it before drawing any conclusion. That is, yeah,
Yes, sir, I have put that. I think so. You didn't see it because at every end of the day, this ICDS analysis is based on fuzzy matching and ICDS key terms. It serves only as a risk assessment pointer and must be confirmed with the entries, complete financial and tax records. So I
great,
keep on putting disclaimers wherever I can, but it is just me and my office using it. I don't, nobody else is using it as of now. So, but even then, I have put the disclaimers, sir.
great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. So now we will have Hiren Kantilal Soni. Hiren, yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm just sharing my screen. I hope, sir, my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So my point is to automate the accounting. So basically, the key problem in the accounting in the CA office is there are article or there may be a staff for junior staff. They're doing the manual accounting entries. That was time consuming as well as they make an error. So we have to check that what they have did they some error. We have to spend hours in the finding the error, they whatever they had did and all. So and then after yeah, this is the main problem and the less productivity and the stress and compliance risk also there. If they do the double entry or duplicate entry or they miss out the some entries. This is a problem and then I have to come with the solution. I have developed this tool using the NA10 workflow plus QuickBooks Online API key and the Google Sheets. So this is, and in this, I'm just showing the workflow, how it's working. Yes, so just a user have to enter this four column from A to D. That is the bank statement. That is the date, description, total amount, and the which bank account for which bank account we are doing the entries. So we have to mention it because in the company there are multiple bank accounts and credit card as well. So we have to mention these three columns are the enough to do the entries. So rest of the columns are come we required to post the entries in their QuickBooks software. I have developed these tools for the QuickBooks Online. I am working in the KPO firm and I have worked with the lots of US clients. So I have developed for the QuickBooks Online. This column are come from the our database. This is a rule book where we have to only one time we have to set these rules. So I have added the rules, that is rule name, that is, and the bank account, for which bank account we have to check. In the in the bank account description, I have added the rules in the description and its content. So in the bank description, it's find the Amazon. So something like if this is a bank statement in the description, it's I think it's find the Amazon. So this is the we usually in the general practice is that Amazon it's some office supplies we have purchased. So I have and this is the expense. So it will automatically one time we have to set the expense. This is also office supply. Who is the supplier? So this is Amazon supplier. This type of rule that are for the company we have to set. I don't think there are for which is applicable for medium size company, medium or small. So we have to set there are repetitive transactions like bank charges, and Amazon and some customer are also repetitive in the medium size of the companies. So this is not more than 50 or 60 rules that we have to one time set up. And then after just you have to upload the bank statement and you get the automatic entries here. The transaction to whom the customer who is the ledger we have to post in the software. And based on this, we have to now go to the N18 workflow. I'm also taking the care of the error handling. Sometimes it's happened that some new exceptional transaction is there. So suppose in the place of Amazon, there are only this. So this is the uncategorized transaction. We don't understand that this is what we have the given the input. So I have also added that if the transaction have some uncategorized transactions, so I have to just to click on this workflow. So it will automatically do and mail to me that these are the transactions that I have not identified, and you have to give me the what in the which ledger I have to put. So I just click on this and I have for sample I have just okay. There are right now there is no transaction in this. So I just this is the one transaction. So I have to just click on it. You get just I receive a mail, I think. Okay, yes. So I just received an mail. But this is the transaction that I uncategorized that system had not recognized. So you have to tell the system that what in which ledger and where we have to post. I just for the running the code. Once we done this, so all the transactions are complete and the proper. So now we can just click on this schedule trigger. So it will and one more thing. So there are suppose new customers are there. So just we have not go to the QuickBook online to create the customer. We have to just write the customer name here and the customer detail. This is code is from the QuickBook. So just I am writing the name of the customer. So suppose this is a new customer. So QuickBook automatically create a new customer and vendor as well as the chart of account. Chart will be the ledger that we have to create. Suppose I give the one new name in the chart of account and they give just category. So this is expense or what. It will automatically create a ledger itself. So I am not have to do anything. So and I have just and for the transactions, these are I check these are the transactions. So where we get the confirmation that we have already completed the posting of the transaction. So right now, this is the transaction ID. Transaction ID, this is a unique ID generated by the QuickBook. So these are the transactions that already posted in the QuickBook. And below this, these are the transactions that not in the QuickBook that we have to post. So once I click on the button, this are transaction ID generated and automatic update in this sheet. So just I'm clicking on this button. So you can see that I just so each node is working right now. They are doing that code. The first is for the creation of the customer. If there are any new customer, it will create a customer. The second is to create a new vendor. Then after it comes to below, this is the posting of the entries, different type of that is, and this is the this node is for the creation of the chart of account. And then after the it will I have just, here we have to set the company. So this is my company's unique ID. So that was a sample company, so not to worry. So I have this is my company's unique ID, and then I get it from the Intuit developer tab. So it will be easy to get, and then after I come to my QuickBook. So I think it's already complete the posting the entry. So now we can see the entries. I have come to the audit log. I'm just refreshing. Okay. Right now, I think we can see in this sheet. It's a right now we are blank with this transaction ID. Now it's fill with all these details. We can verify it with our QuickBook as well. This is the transaction that already posted by the QuickBook. So you can see that this is
The
the
last 2
98.
minutes is left.
Okay, sure. Okay, this is the deposit amount. I have just verified this. This is the 244 ID of the 98. This is the $98, and you can verify it with the 244 transaction ID. This is the 244, and this is the $98. This is the receipt from the customer. So this is the it already tested multiple times, and it's also work with we have implemented for the client as well. So it's 100% right now working. And I have created this workflow using the N10 tool. This is the tool, and this is the solution I have made for the automatic auto accounting. And the future enhancement in this is that I am going to develop. This is the once we receive the mail from the client, it contains the bank statement or CSV file. So just we receive it, that is the error. I will going to set a trigger that once we receive the mail from the client, it will automatically convert it to PDF, sorry, in the CSV file or in the Excel, and it will auto update in the bank transaction. So just if we have not have to do anything. We have to automatically come update the bank transaction into it, and also it will automatically come. This is the automatic updation of the categorization of the transaction. And also we are going to implement the rules. That rules we one time we have to set up, but now we not have to set up the rules. We set the rules by automation like ChatGPT, LM or something like. And we can also develop for the multiple company as well. For this, just we have to change the ID from this. Just I update this ID for the any other company, so it will work for any other company as well. And and I am going to develop this. This is right now working for the QuickBook Online, and so in future it will we can develop for Zero and Tally and Zoho Book as well. And also the one more important thing that I am going to develop this after this. We already posted the transaction. It will automatically fetch the transaction and profit and loss statement and the analysis.
The time is over.
Okay, sure. Just any question if you have.
So Hiran, I just want to add, the institute is taking N8, N in level 2. So you have already presented that here. Then, the issue is that this whole means many of I want you to just give in one line what N8N is, what it does, so that all listening understand, because not many people here will know what N8N is.
Okay, so it's just integrating all the tools that are available. That is QuickBook in our Google Sheets, then after Google Drive, Dropbox, it integrate even our local drive also. It will integrate all the tools. We have to just give and commands and proper coding that we have to, what we want to do. It will automatic. It set the flow for us.
Okay, so N8N is workflow automation that you can integrate by using API to various apps, and what Hiran has shown very well. So Hiran, there is one query I have. See, the definition you gave, like there was a classification, anything you purchase from Amazon, we have taken it as an expense. I'm just trying to understand, see, from the auditors or accountants perspective, so there is a possibility that whatever you buy from Amazon may not necessarily be an expenditure, it could be a asset purchase also. So how that validation you plan to build in the presentation you gave?
Yes, Yes, so the main keys are rule based. That in the rule we can set more than $1,000. It could be a set. So
So
in the
how
rule we
I see once your workflow goes, so you have shown that it triggers and each of the code starts working. So how within the workflow that distinction will be built, or is this distinction to be built manually during the workflow?
no sir. In the workflow we can't do anything. I have integrated my Google Sheet in that. I just show you if you want. Okay, there is my key. Our key point is the rule base. And this is the rule base where we can set a new rule. Suppose this is the Amazon rule. I'm just going there. I want to apply in the description you get an Amazon. This is the field in which I want to apply the rule. This is otherwise this is I apply on the description now. I want to apply in the rule in the amount. And what's the rule? Is this greater than and greater than 1,000? And also I add this rule and so in this also in the I can apply the two rules as well and or all or total operation. So it will apply right now. It's in the expense. It's become the asset. So, so this is the two condition I applied: greater than $1,000 and the description contain the Amazon. So it will be it go to the asset. In which ledger I want that I have to choose. It
Okay.
work in the multiple rules.
Yeah. So okay, it's an iterative task, but very well done, Rahul.
No further question from my side, sir. Thank you. We should move on with the next participant.
Yeah, I think the last for the day, CA Bala Ram Kumar.
Yes, sir. It's audible, sir. My side.
Yeah, absolutely audible.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, my screen visible, sir.
Visible.
Yes.
So my tool is a simple tool, basically targeting small time practitioners in Mofsal area, where the MSME sectors are more, and where the accounting of sales invoices done on a later stage, and the filing of GST is done on the earlier stage, and always the timing difference would tend to create mistakes either in the accounting or on the GST side. Either way, there will be mistakes there. So at the time of audit, we usually have to reconcile the turnover as per the books and as what is given in the GST. So I have created a simple macro tool after attending my level 1 AI course. And this tool is very simple and it can be used by many people. And just I am trying to open the tool and first I will demonstrate the Excel sheet what I have created and I'll come out with the input part. So this is the tool, sir. The tool can be named anyway, and I have named it as a GST tool for comparison. So this Excel sheet is visible, sir. Hello. Sir,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So the sheet one is the sales book, and the second is the GST sales. And I have a sheet called mismatch and the total summary, and a sheet called monthly summary, invoice difference, and not in books, not in GST, double entry, and double entry in GST and double entry in books. These are the sheets. And one more sheet is there, which is the name overrides. So up to this monthly summary sheet, this sheet name should be fixed in the Excel sheet in which we are working. So after that monthly summary, this invoice difference and all the other sheets are created every time we execute the macro. So this GST comparison sheet, this is the sheet where I have placed all my macros. And the macro I have placed for each function, I have created a separate macro and I have given the steps. And this macro was developed over a period of time after we have implemented this macro in a use case in our own offices. So the first macro is the compare GST book under GSTR1 sales. And the second macro extracts the mismatch. And third, it checks the tax rate and calculation. And fourth, it checks the total. And the fifth one extracts the mismatch. And the sixth one checks the double entry, and we can have the monthly summary also verified. So now I go into the seats. So this tool was basically developed to address the uses of Tally. So from the Tally, I have created this sales register, and this sales register I have created in a columnar form. And this column consists the basic data, how and as it is comes in the Tally. We need not go for any modification in the Tally output. Just whatever we are giving it in the Tally, only thing we have to stick to the column headers, the table headers should be same as what I have given, and that can be fixed depending upon the person who is going to create the macro. And I have created the macro giving the column headers a specific stress, and this column should be matched with the column in the GST sale. And for creating this columnar sales book, initially we tried using the conversion, the Tally built-in option of a columnar ledger, where the Tally has the option to give the whole data in a horizontal format if there are more number of hits or more number of taxes, and converting it into a comparable table, it was a difficult task. So what we made a customization in Tally used with the external support. So for creating this Tally structure, we used the external source, but it is a idea given by us to create this Tally table in a columnar format. Sir, am I allowed to showcase that tool as well, or I can go with the Excel presentation only?
You first go with the presentation. If time allows, then we'll have that.
Okay, fine, sir. And this GST sales data, it is extracted from the GST website. And this is basically the monthly the downloaded JSON file, GSTR1, because we don't get an annual file. So the JSON file was imported and converted into Excel. And this format is also whatever it is given in the GST website. And we did not do any changes in the GST website data itself. Only one data we have to modify, that is the GST TIN. As per the Tally data, the GST TIN are merged continuously. That is the GST number will be a continuous sequence. Whereas in GST sales, in the GST portal, it will be 33 for a space and followed by the 10-digit PAN number, and there will be a space. So just we have to remove the space in the GST number, and that is a easy task. Find and replace the space button we can do. Now, these two sheets are the input part. And now how my macro works. So first I give for the first step. The first step will, so there will be a pop-up stating that the comparison is over. The GST comparison completed and formatted. So now what happens after this macro is executed? We get a column in the last, which is status. So this status column name, it is prefixed, sir. We have to give the status column already predefined, and it will find the invoices in the book to GST, and it will say whether it is matched or unmatched. Again, in the GST sales also, it will say in the status column whether it is matched or unmatched. And the second tool is the extract the mismatched invoices. Once I click this, mismatched report of invoice number is generated, and there is one sheet which we already have, and this sheet is overwritten every time the macro is run, and this is a mismatch of invoices. It will contain the source book, whether it is a sales book or the GST book, GST sales, and the invoice number, date, name, everything. Just we have to format this as a table for further processing if needed. And now Now we check the tax rate. So as far as the tax rate is concerned, GST comes with the auto tax rate populated in their website data itself. As far as the sales is concerned, this tax rate is calculated based on the tax that is available in the sheet, and this is done manually, and it is pasted here. And it is also a formula based where we can do it easily. Now the check rate column is prepared. It will check accuracy or tax rate in both the Cs. Normally, there will not be a tax rate mismatch in the GST sheet. Only in occasions it will be there, but there will be a GST mismatch. For example, while entering the data entry, there is a possibility that both the taxes were entered in the CGST column itself instead of CGST, SGST. So now the first row is the case where both the CGST and SGST are entered in CGST column. So it says CGST and SGST is wrong. So this I made it mandatorily to show that my macro works. Now I delete this CGST. And I correct this with the correct tax. And again, I go for the check rate calculation.
Last 2 minutes is left.
Okay. Now it says the tax is okay in the sales book. The tax is okay, but it is unmatched for some other reason. So likewise, in this macro, we can check the totals and extract the monthly summary. And this monthly summary will give a summary of month-wise sales and GST and the sources which month the GST is high or low, and also the difference. What is the total difference? And this total summary, we can compare with the monthly summary and find that both the totals difference are the same, and we can find out the error easily. And the other tools are supplementary to this. This extract mismatch will create three sheets. These three sheets will be created, which has the invoice difference and not in book and not in GST. These three sheets will be created. Invoice difference, where the invoice numbers will be present in both the sheets, and there will be the possibility of mismatches, which will give us a remarks. And not in book, these are present in GST and not in the book. And not in GST, these invoices are present in book and not in the GST portal. Everything we can reconcile based on this simple tool. And finally, we can also check the double entry, where the double entries will come here, and we can find out the reason, and we can reconcile and make the corrections in the book or the GST returns, whichever is possible, sir. This is a very simple tool, and if we do it on monthly basis or on a quarterly basis, any rectification or correction that is needed in the GST portal or in the books can be done easily. This is my simple use case, sir, and I am open for the questions now.
Rahul sir.
So basically, this is an automation of GST reconciliation, na?
Yes, sir.
Which
This is
tool,
a
the tool you have
macro
created.
based. Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so you have used which tool, which AI for that?
Sir, actually,
Containing the macro?
yeah. Sir, I used both the Chat GPT and Perplexity interchangeably. In some cases where my Chat GPT was breaking down and it was not responsive, I used Perplexity. And predominantly, it was Chat GPT for 70% of the macros.
Okay, sir. Atul sir.
So, sir, could you just show one of your macros the way you have written it?
Sir, the macro you want to show in the Excel tool or in my Chat GPT, sir?
Any Chat GPT.
Yes, sir. Chat GPT, as I told you, sir, this was done over the period of time. I don't have the exact macro, but I can show how I do this, sir. Sir, as far as the Chat GPT is concerned, I always have a project for each and every tool I develop. So I use this macro Excel automation for my this thing, and I give the prompts where I can I create the prompts. Yes, sir. So this is one of the thing, and
Okay.
this is how I make, and just only one tool I missed out, sir. It's one of the important thing which I can just demonstrate in 1 minute.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So there is one more tool which I introduced in this macro, which is the name overrider. So when always there is a mismatch between the name as we give it in the tally or accounts book and what they actually give that comes in the GST portal. So I have used a name overrider message tool where see these tool the name matching technique I have used 60% match, and if the name matches 60%, it comes as matches, and if it is below 60 and it comes as unmatched. So there were some cases where there were 40 to 60% match, and still they are both the same when we compare. So what I came out with an idea, why can we can create a macro where it asks the question. So this question is the name overrides which I have created. So this override, I just delete this seed for you. And just I write the comparison. So now there will be a pop-up, sir. That's a possible match, yes or no. So this asks
Okay.
the question, yeah, yes, and it's the similarity, it says 60%. So once we say yes, it stores in the name
Great.
override state, yeah, and it will have it as yes. So in the second run, it will always think these two names are different, same. And we need not do that error. So this is one more additional which I did during the time of audit, which I felt this would add to the tool. Yeah, that's it, sir.
So what I get is, say, suppose we run this tool for the month of April 2024, and
Yes, sir.
again, if we run it for May 2024, so these name mismatches which are documented here will not be repeated
Yeah,
in
yeah.
May 20. Oh, great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a seed permanent, and every time a new party, this is a once appended, it remains the same unless when we delete it. Just how I did it.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah, so I think all presentations are done. We thank all the panelists for being here and doing great presentation. And um, please consider jury as a learning panelist. We all learn from whatever presentation you all have done, and it is always great to be here. So I hand over it to anyone from AI Secretariat, Rishi, Bhavna, anyone, and then Rahul sir, anything you want to say?
As you already said, we also are a learner here, and the use cases presented were fantastic, and all the best for the to those who will go to the semi-final, and better luck next time for those who will be not selected in this. But from our side, all the use cases were very nice. Thank you.
Rishi.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. What an incredible journey today has been. Thank you for all the panelists. Episode 6 is now culminating to a close, and it has once again proved that when technology meets talent, the results are truly transformative. We witnessed powerful demonstrations of how AI can revolutionize the way CAs approach auditing, financial reporting, data analytics, taxation, advisory, and whatnot. The ideas presented today, from predictive analytics to AI assisted documentation, show the future of a profession is innovative, intelligent, and inclusive. On behalf of AI and ICI, we extend a heartfelt thanks to our leadership, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda, President Sir, CA Prasanna Kumar D, Vice President Sir, CEO Umesh Sharma, Chairman Sir, and CA Dayanivas Sharma, Vice Chairman Sir, for their constant encouragement and the vision of integrating AI across every facet of the accounting profession. We also thank our distinguished jury, CA Atul Gupta ji and CA Rahul Batra ji, for their valuable time guiding and evaluating each panelist. Your insights and mentorships continue to be the cornerstone of this initiative. To all participants, a big round of applause. You have not just competed, you have collaborated, learned, and contributed to ICI's mission of building an AI ready profession. As we move towards the next episodes and the semi-final rounds, remember that every idea shared here today adds to a collective vision. A vision of a profession that blends ethics with efficiency and technology with trust. Now, I again welcome you for the next week for episode 7, which is the second last episode of the preliminary rounds of Hackathon Season 4, where new challenges, fresh ideas, and even higher benchmarks await. Also, just to apprise you that the voting lines are open for the next 4 to 5 minutes more. Since you have listened to all the presentations now, if you have left your voting till now, you can still vote for the next 4 to 5 minutes. We'll close at 5:21 p.m. today, the voting lines. You can still vote if you have not voted. Also, as you all must know, that the ICI is now coming out with the World Forum of Accountants, WOFA 2.0. The registrations are now open, which is now happening. This year it's happening at Greater Noida at the India Expo Center and Mart. So the early bird discounts are open till 10th of November. So those who have not registered till date may register and get the benefit of the early bird discounts. From this round, 3 panelists will be going to the next semi-final rounds. The semi-final rounds for this season 4 are on the 14th and the 21st of November, 2025. The grand finale will be happening in the month of December. The dates are not yet finalized. We'll be back with the date shortly. And that wraps up today's episode. We'll be here for the next 2 minutes more for the voting lines to close, and then we'll wrap up. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Rahul sir. Thank you, Atul sir. And thank you to all panelists and audience. Thank you so
very
much.
much. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, sir.
Rishi,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, so Rishi, can we leave?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rahul, and thank
Thanks,
you
sir.
all
Thank you.
panelists. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, the last 2 minutes, if you have not voted, you may vote, please. Last 1 minute. We are closing the voting lines. Those who have not voted may please vote for the last 30 seconds. Okay, thank you so much. We will now wrap up this webinar. Tech support, can we end?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please end.
Okay, done, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. End the streaming.